They step into the cage and the roar of the crowd hits them like a drug. Adrenaline surges, cameras flash, and for a few moments, they are untouchable. Money, fame, and glory are suddenly within reach, but nobody warns them about the trap waiting on the other side of victory. Many MMA fighters who achieve legendary status in the ring crash spectacularly outside it, leaving their health, relationships, and fortunes in ruins. It's not just about the punches or the submissions, it's about what the fame does to their mind, their body, and their soul. MMA is not just a sport, it's a lifestyle that demands total sacrifice. Every fight requires years of training, extreme dieting, mental discipline, and brutal physical punishment. Fighters live in a world where pain is a constant companion. Bones heal, muscles repair, but the mind can fracture in ways that are invisible and relentless. Many fighters enter the cage with the idea that glory will bring security and happiness, but fame in MMA is a volatile drug, unpredictable and fleeting. Money comes fast for those who reach the top, but it often comes without guidance. Young fighters, sometimes barely out of their teens, suddenly find themselves with six-figure or even seven-figure paychecks, sponsorships, and endless offers. Without financial education, without mentors, and without a plan, that money disappears as quickly as it arrived. Extravagant spending, risky investments, and gambling become a dangerous game many can't resist. The life of constant pressure and attention makes poor choices feel exciting, unavoidable, and sometimes necessary. In the cage, fighters control every move. Outside, they are often unprepared for the chaos of sudden attention. Fans adore them, but public love comes with extreme scrutiny. Social media amplifies every mistake. Every post, every rumor, every slip is magnified. The same crowd that cheers them on one day can turn into critics and trolls the next. Mental health issues surge under this pressure. Anxiety, depression, and anger simmer beneath the surface, often untreated until it's too late. Substance abuse becomes a silent epidemic. Painkillers taken to survive grueling training, stimulants to push past fatigue, alcohol to numb the loneliness, and recreational drugs to escape the pressure form a dangerous cocktail. For some fighters, their own body becomes their enemy. Brain injuries from repeated blows accumulate, leading to cognitive decline, emotional instability, and impulsive behavior. The very sport that built their fame is slowly dismantling their mind. Relationships fracture. Families, friends, and romantic partners often cannot cope with the intensity of a fighter's lifestyle. Travel, training, and the emotional volatility of fame make maintaining bonds nearly impossible. Many fighters lose the people who care about them most at the exact moment they need support. Isolation feeds self-destructive patterns. Loneliness combined with wealth and fame is a lethal combination that has ended the careers and lives of countless athletes. The fight for identity outside the cage is brutal. For years, every fighter's life revolves around training, winning, and surviving. Once that structure disappears, they are left with an existential void. Who are they without the belt, the lights, the cheering fans? Some try to reinvent themselves, but many crash into old habits or new vices. The transition from champion to civilian is rarely smooth. The skills that made them dominate in the cage don't translate to navigating normal life. Stories are abundant. Champions vanish from public life only to resurface in tabloids with tales of bankruptcy, addiction, or arrests. Legends once adored now struggle with basic survival. The physical toll is undeniable. Injuries, chronic pain, and permanent damage, but the mental toll is catastrophic. Every triumph in the cage carries a hidden cost that becomes painfully visible when the spotlight fades. Some fighters manage to escape the downward spiral. They find mentors, develop new skills, and redirect their fame into business, coaching, or philanthropy. But for every success story, there are dozens of cautionary tales. Fame without preparation, discipline, and support is a trap. The MMA world gives immense rewards but takes an even heavier toll. The lights of the arena shine bright for a moment, then vanish, leaving fighters in the darkness of unprepared lives. Understanding this cycle is crucial for fans, aspiring fighters, and the industry itself. The glory of MMA should never overshadow the human cost. Behind the headlines and the viral highlight reels, there is a fragile reality. The cage builds warriors, but it also exposes vulnerabilities that fame and fortune cannot fix. Until the sport, the support systems, and the athletes themselves recognize these dangers, the pattern will continue. Champions rise, shine, and too often fall apart once the cheers fade.